Hi everyone, today I will show you how to set up SSH server in your WSL, which allow you to make SSH connection within your local area network. Use the link below to refer command being used in this video. To begin, we need to check whether there is another process occupy the port required by SSH server, which is port 22 in the PowerShell and terminal. To achieve this, use nested command. This command will show all TCP port which is being used. If your port is being used, you can stop the service which hold your port. Next, install SSH server in WSL and start the SSH server. After you start your SSH server in WSL, you still need to configure to proxy SSH connection from Windows to WSL. This is because WSL has its own network which does not expose to local area network. You need to pass your SSH traffic from your Windows and Windows pass the traffic to WSL. To set proxy, you need to know what is your WSL IP address. After know WSL IP address, you will need to replace your WSL IP address to this command to set proxy which route SSH traffic from Windows to WSL. Then you also need to specify what port you need to proxy from your Windows and to your WSL. For Windows port, you can specify any port which is not being used, but for WSL port, you need to specify port 22. For the command I use, I will proxy traffic from port 22 to in Windows to WSL port 22. You can specify any port number for Windows port, but remember to make SSH connection to Windows port you set here. Next, you need to enable firewall from your Windows, which allow inbound traffic from SSH to the port you specify. Now you are done with your SSH server. Go to your client and install SSH client. Then connect to your SSH server using SSH command. Remember to change the username to your Linux user. To get what is your Windows IP address, use ipconfig. It will prompt you to enter password if everything is okay. The password is your Linux password. You will probably ask, why is Windows IP address is using in the SSH command instead of WSL IP address? The reason we can do this is because we had set our proxy user in Nash command just now. In conclusion, to set up SSH server in WSL, you need to install OpenSSH server, enable the service, set the proxy to pass traffic from Windows to WSL, and enable firewall to accept inbound SSH traffic to Windows so that Windows can pass the traffic to WSL. To SSH inside your SSH server, you need to use SSH command, which include your Windows IP address, WSL user, and the Windows port you set in the proxy to WSL. That's all for this video. You can leave comment below if you face any problem.